Amazon's Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, is getting absolutely annihilated by fans. The audience does not like this. Lord of the Rings fans, Tolkien fans have warned people for months that this was going to be a bastardization of Tolkien's work, and that's exactly what it is. The first 2 episodes confirmed that, and the audience has rejected it. And not only is Amazon trying to deal with that backlash, but they are panicking right now because their direct competition doesn't have any of these problems. Their direct competition, House of the Dragon, is destroying them right now, not only based on the audience feedback, but also in the ratings. There is a reason that Amazon, after nearly a week, are still not allowing people to review this. They lied. They said, oh, we're going to wait 72 hours to filter out the trolls. Well, it's been nearly a week, and still you cannot review Rings of Power on Prime Video because they are that scared of the backlash. So much so that already they're creating a fake narrative. They're trying to gaslight everybody. The people that don't like this are just a bunch of racists. We stand with our cast of color. It's not going to work. You're not going to be able to distract people and deflect all of this criticism, especially when the thing that's destroying you right now, not only with the audience reaction, but in the ratings, that thing also has characters that have been race swapped. That also has problems with people changing the lore. The difference is that is a complaint that people have, but the show itself is great and it's doing really well right now and people have great feedback for it. That's one of the reasons that this ridiculous narrative is going to fall apart, because the numbers do not lie, and the numbers have told us that not only are the audiences loving what they're seeing from House of the Dragon, but they're actually tuning in to watch it in droves. Massive, massive numbers from third-party sources, not just Amazon saying, it's the bestest thing ever, promise us. The House of the Dragon premiere beat The Rings of Power by a considerable margin. And not only that, now that we do have this data from third-party sources, Samba TV, people are now looking into this and seeing that it is worse than anyone possibly thought for Rings of Power, while House of the Dragon continues to get good news after good news. Middle-earth vs. Westeros has a winner in the US, according to third-party researcher, as new Prime Video's Rings of Power was watched in 1.8 million US households in the first 4 days. House of the Dragon had 2.6 million just on Sunday night alone in the first 6 hours. If you add in those 4 days, just like they did for Rings of Power, you're looking at 4.6 million people. That is a massive, massive number, especially compared to the paltry, depressingly low numbers for Rings of Power. But Rings of Power had victories as well. New Lord of the Rings prequel series had a solid debut for an Amazon show. Is that what you're looking for? They spent $1 billion on this. It had a solid debut. It was the biggest debut ever for a Prime Video series and number 3 when considering movies. So think about this. They spent $1 billion for 2 seasons of Rings of Power. They can't even beat The Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt. Now, I know there's some people out there that like The Tomorrow War. Good on you. I thought it was fine. I thought it was kind of all over the place and kind of a mess, but good, entertaining fun, I guess. It got 2.4 million viewers those first 4 days compared to Rings of Power, 1.3. That is sad and that is pathetic, especially when you factor this in for Rings of Power. Of the 1.8 million people that did tune in to watch it, only 1.3 stayed to watch the second episode. Already 25% of your audience disappearing after that first episode. Compare that with something like House of the Dragon. Week 3 ratings, 16 million plus viewers, 27% up from episode 2. The show is a monster hit. House of the Dragon week 3 ratings, HBO drama on pace with 16 million plus viewers. Now, it should be considered that on Sunday, when it did come out and premiere at 9 p.m. on HBO, it had a little bit less, like 1 million less people watch it than the second episode. People were worried, is it gonna fall off? But no, it's just because it was Labor Day weekend, people were doing stuff, and now that people have had the rest of Sunday and all of Monday to watch it, now it's tracking 27% higher than the previous episode. So that's what we've seen for House of the Dragon. Episode 1, episode 2 jump, episode 3 big jump. It's getting awesome word of mouth. Not so much for Rings of Power. We'll see what the next episode does for Rings of Power when it comes out 24 hours from now-ish when I'm recording this, somewhere around that time. We'll see what those ratings end up being, but there is no doubt right now that Amazon is desperate. That's why you're seeing these PR ploys. That's why they're trying to blame everything on racism. That's why they're not letting people actually rate it on their website. That's why they're deleting and hiding reviews on IMDb, which is also owned by Amazon. It's because it's not going well for them. Not only are people rejecting it and people do not like it, but people also aren't tuning in, at least not at the same level they are for House of the Dragon. As always, when we talk about these Samba TV ratings, they're really only useful to compare to each other, right? The way Samba TV works is they have a series of TVs, smart TVs that they collect data from all through the United States, but they do it for all these shows. So you can compare them to each other to get a general idea of what's going on. And even though Rings of Power, even though Amazon claimed these record numbers in the first 24 hours, now that people are starting to look into these things and get data from third parties, it looks like it might not be as sunny as Amazon tried to pretend. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.